Hi everybody, I'm Mike, and this is Crusader Kings 2. Now, I've noticed that I say that a lot, this now thing. Now, listen here. Um, so, all of that taken care of, you can now see that, we're ready to unpause the game and actually start playing. And I'm going to just beef up the speed here. I'm going to unpause, and we're going to be at speed 4. It is, Allah here and I are going to get married. And we can either get 1 gold out of it, or we can get 100 prestige. At this point, prestige is a lot more important than that 1 gold. So I'm going to take that. And she is just telling me that she's cool with getting married. Fulfilled my ambition to get married. Fantastic. Okay, so let's take another ambition. I can do all these other things to be able to improve my learning and have a son and stuff like that, and have a daughter. When we have concubines and stuff like that, let's become the king of Sweden. Let's go and check out characters here, see if anybody with congenital traits. It's turned 16 in the past couple of days. No? Okay, we're good. Pardon me. Technology, we don't have any yet. Let's not worry about that then. Okay, so we have 1,848 troops. Let's go and pick on some people and go conquer some territory. So this guy here, the Duke of Smallland, hasn't got any allies, and has a troop count of 612 with a maximum of 637. Now, in comparison to our 1,848, that's nothing. Since I took the ambition to become king of Sweden, I can declare the subjugation of Sweden on him and take his territory. So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to raise my troops. I'm going to combine them all. I'm going to combine them all in Sudermanland. By the way, if you're watching this and you're Scandinavian, especially, I mean, Swedish, but as we go along and we conquer more and more Scandinavians, stuff like that, if I mispronounce anything, I'm real sorry. I'm Canadian and of French and Irish heritage, so I'm going to do the best that I can. So let's appoint our leaders here. We're going to pick... Sunni? Actually, we're going to pick Erker. And we're just going to... Sunni here. We'll take this flank because there's just more people in it, and his martial score is slightly better. That is what I determined to... That's what I used to determine who went where. These guys are trying to siege one of our holdings. In this case, it's the Rickelfer of Tjust, which, if you're to... It's essentially the equivalent of the county of Tjust. And we just fought the tribe of... Well, that tribe. We have a captive now. Let's see here. He does not factor into the war score, so we can go here and... They don't want to ransom him, so... So the army of King Von here is going to go to Moor. Let's meet him there. We beat them there, so we actually were on the defensive in that fight. My steward's fun tells me that his efforts praising my name and deeds have met with great success. A small army of warriors converges Hatana, ready to serve me. I just need to make sure they have someone to fight with in here. Oh. I don't know if those are the holy warriors. Either way. There you go. Letting him siege down this territory with me. And actually, what we'll do is we'll merge all the units here and siege down this territory. Okay, so we're actually at 100% war score, which means that they will accept our demands. So I right-click on here, I go to the diplomacy screen, I offer them peace, and I say, enforce my demands, and I have taken this Jarldom, which is essentially a duchy. So I've taken this county and this county, and now this guy is my vassal. Von of Varend. I'm actually going to dismiss these troops. And we'll go talk to the King Hrain of Vestergotland. He doesn't have any allies either. And he can raise a lot of people. But that's because he's the Jarl of Vestergotland and Dal. This will be a... Just go park people on his territory. Boom. And Erikar. Oh. Okay. Those people vanish right away. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go pick on some smaller people then. Let's go... Ragnar of Metalpad has no allies and has 543 men. We have significantly more than that. I would like to have Metalpad. So... we're going to go over here and raise 1,949 troops. We are going to have them converge in Gasterkland. Oh yeah, I still have this prisoner. I'm not going to release him from prison, and I'm not going to execute him because I have no reason to. But nobody wants to ransom him, so he's going to stay in my prison until I have a bloat. Magyar nomads no more. The king of the Magyars, Almos, has decided to settle down in the Carpathian Basin, making it the new homeland of the Magyar tribes. Sounds good. Erikar, Sunni. What this little thing here means is the siege has been abandoned, and will not resume until the attacking force is larger than the defending one. So they can't actually siege this territory because they don't have enough guys. So I'm going to come in and ruin their day. So as you can see here, we lost 32 to their 543. They have 15 more men. We are just going to stack wipe them. We lost 3, they lost their 15, and now we are sieging their territory. We are at 77 war score. 77% war score, rather. And... soon, we'll be done. Metalpad will be ours. And that means that we are done here. The second Swedish subjugation of Sweden, we offer peace, enforce the demands. Boom, Metalpad is ours. We have to disband this unit because we cannot declare war on another character while we have troops that we have raised up. That was poorly worded. But unless you have something like retinue or special event troops that you have running around, you can't declare war on another character when you already have troops up. So, I know that all this is going fairly quickly, but I mean, turning down the speed wouldn't make too much of a difference at this point, because it's not like you guys can actively ask me questions. So, Angermanland. No allies. Go over here. Realm Tree. 462 troops. That's unfortunate. Angermanland is going to be mine. So, we're going to raise our 2,000 troops. We are going to gather them in Gastricland. The gang's all here. We merge the units. We put Erikar in charge of that flank. We put Sunni in charge of that flank. And move over to Metalpad. Take care of those guys, and then we move over to Angermanland. Take care of the rest of their army. And now we just siege it down. We unpause. By the way, it's also costing me money to have these troops raised, because I have to pay them, right? I do get loot out of taking this territory and stuff like that and sieging down these holdings, but not much. So that's why I'm doing this as quickly as I can. So enforce demands, there we go. Angermanland is now ours. Now we've got all of Norland up here. Is that what they call it? No, they call it Sapmi. The Duke is over here. He has one ally, which is the chief of this Lanisfoya. I think that's how you say it. And wow. There is not a lot of people here. So, declare war. Subjugation of Sweden, and that means that we will take both of these territories if we win this war, which we almost inevitably will. We're going to raise all of these troops again, and I know it's kind of a pain in the arse to raise these troops every time, but it's the mechanic of the game, and it makes sense, because if you didn't have to raise troops every time, you would just have like this crazy kind of blitzkrieg across territory, and I mean, while that kind of makes sense that that's something that would have happened historically, it would be far too gamey without it, without that mechanic in the game. So we'll go from Angermanland. Ooh, my wife's pregnant. Oh, it's been a little bit over a year. Let's see if we can find any more ladies here with congenital traits. Ooh, strong. Okay, cool. Would you like to become my concubine? Yes, you would. That's fantastic. So far, nobody else is impressing me with their congenital traits. I don't know how to tell you guys how to identify congenital traits. I just know what they are. And that's from watching a lot of CK2 videos and having played a lot, so. Gita is going to be our concubine now, which is great. Which means that we have a higher likelihood of having more children. This guy's trying to run away from us, but he can't because we are quick. Ooh, okay. The Basilius of the Byzantine Empire, who's down here in Constantinople, caught our spy and arrested him, which is not great for him. So we need a new spy master. Alfred would be an okay one. And he can't castrate her. He can blind her, but he can't castrate her. Let's make her our spy master. Nope. And we're gonna have her study technology in Constantinople. And we're gonna go back up here. And there we go. So he is going to go to Angerman land now. You can tell this by mousing over the troop, and it'll say the army of blah, blah, blah. All the ones that are in red, it tells you where they're going and when they're going to arrive there. So they'll be there in about 4 days. I haven't started moving yet. I'm going to be there 11 days after them, because they started leaving significantly before I did. Or at least that's what they say. I've wiped out all of their forces. I'm going to come and siege their capital here. There we go. Okay, so I have a daughter whose name is Rungfried. And maybe after this siege? Yep, we're at 100%. We go over here, offer them peace, say thank you very much for your land, and we usurp the Jarldom of Satmir from Chief Vigu the Cruel. And with that, we're going to disband, and that's going to be the end of this video. So, we have put a pretty significant dent into Sweden. If you want to see what de jure Sweden, meaning like what Sweden should look like, not the Jarldom. Kingdom of Sweden, de jure. So everything that is highlighted here in that kind of pulsating gold thing is what the Kingdom of Sweden should be. So I just have to take over Gotland, Vermland, and Västergotland. And then when I have enough money and enough prestige, I should be able to... Oh, also... Alfheimer. Once I take all those, I should be able to... Well, actually, if I had enough money and enough prestige right now, I would be able to make the Kingdom of Sweden. Because I control more than 51% of its de jure counties. I control 77% of it right now, actually. But I need 314 gold for that. I'm way off of that. So, I'm going to end this... this episode right here. If you like this episode, or you just want to support the series, feel free to go ahead and click on that good old like button. If you haven't subscribed and you feel like that's something that you want to do, that button is down there as well. If you would like to join me on Facebook... No, not Facebook! Why do I keep saying that? If you want to join me on Twitter, Steam, or Twitch, you can do that by clicking on one of the links in the description down below. If you have any positive or negative feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments section. But I've been Mike, and you have been you, and this has been Crusader Kings 2. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.